Have you ever felt like you recarrying an invisible weight on your chest, a knot that neither sleep nor time seems to untangle? Ever wondered why, even when you try to rationalize your pain, your body still feels trapped in the past? The truth is, trauma and unresolved emotions don't just live in your mind, they get stored in your body, actually shaping your brain's patterns. And here's a shocking fact. Studies show that over 80% of people with chronic anxiety have changes in brain activity linked to unprocessed emotional trauma. But there is a path that most people don't know about, a path that goes way beyond just talking or taking medication. Healing sound frequencies. Sounds that, when used consciously, can help realign your brain, unlock frozen emotions, and spark real emotional regeneration. If that resonates with you, stick around. In this video, you'll discover how sound can become a powerful tool on your self-healing journey. Before we dive in, take a second to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you love, because everyone deserves to know there's a deeper, more accessible path to healing. The science of sound frequencies, why sound impacts your mind and body. Have you ever noticed how a sad song can bring you to tears? Or how a soft sound can calm your heart in just seconds? That's not random. Our brains work like a complex electrical system. They generate brainwaves, patterns of electrical activity that shift with our mental state. When you're relaxed, for example, your brain produces alpha waves. In deep sleep, delta waves. Sound frequencies have the power to sync up those brainwaves. This phenomenon is called entrainment or neural synchronization. When you listen to a specific frequency, your brain tends to line up with that rhythm. But it goes even deeper. Sound doesn't just travel through the air. It moves through the structures of our body bones, muscles, and water. That means it penetrates deeply, influencing our autonomic nervous system, the part that controls your breathing, heart rate, and even the release of hormones. Recent neuroscience research on sound has found that certain frequencies can reduce activity in the amygdala, stimulate the vagus nerve, creating deep relaxation, boost serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitters. In other words, the right sound can literally reprogram your emotional and physical state. But how does this connect to your deepest emotions and the traumas your body still carries? That's exactly what we'll dive into next. Hidden emotions in the body, how trauma and anxiety create energy blockages. Picture for a moment a child who feels fear or pain but can't express those feelings. What happens to those emotions? They don't just vanish, they get stored away. The body becomes a vault for those unprocessed experiences. Trauma and repressed emotions create chronic muscle tension, altered breathing, hormonal imbalances, and even unconscious movement patterns. Over time, these energy blockages become invisible scars marks that keep affecting your mind and body long after, without you even realizing it. That's why the anxiety you feel today often isn't just about something happening now. It's fueled by layers of frozen emotions that are still vibrating inside you. Here's the key. Unresolved emotions also change the way your brain works. They reinforce neural patterns linked to constant hypervigilance, irrational fear, trouble, relaxing repetitive negative thoughts. Talking about trauma helps, but it doesn't always solve the problem, because your body and nervous system need to be taught how to leave survival mode. And that's where sound becomes a powerful ally. Specific sound frequencies help thaw these emotions, relax involuntary muscles, and make space for a new emotional pattern. It's like giving your body a new sheet of music, a song of healing. Now you're going to discover exactly which frequencies these are and why they're so effective. What are healing frequencies? Maybe you've heard terms like 432 hertz or 528 hertz, but do you really know what's behind these numbers? So-called healing frequencies are sound patterns that vibrate at specific speeds per second. What's interesting is different frequencies have unique effects on your body and mind. Research in neuroscience, music therapy, and even quantum physics is showing that certain sounds can create resonance in our nervous system and body tissues, an alignment that helps release emotions and brings deep states of well-being. Here are some of the most used frequencies: 432 Hz, the natural frequency of harmony. Known as the tuning of nature, this frequency helps induce deep relaxation and a sense of interconnection. Studies suggest it significantly reduces muscle tension and heart rate. 528 Hz, the frequency of love and transformation, probably the most famous. This frequency is linked to cellular regeneration and emotional elevation. Many sound therapists use it to support processes of forgiveness and healing from emotional trauma. 639 Hz, the frequency of relationships. Used to restore emotional connections, promote empathy, and dissolve resentment, even resentment toward yourself. How does it work? When you listen to one of these frequencies, your brain starts to sync its waves to that rhythm. This shifts your mental state from anxiety to relaxation, from sadness to hope, from tension to balance. Plus, these vibrations actually penetrate your physical body, helping to release chronic muscle tension, regulate the autonomic nervous system, induce meditative states, facilitate the release of repressed emotions. But here's the thing: the way you listen to these frequencies makes all the difference in the results you get. Let me show you how to use conscious listening to truly align your brain with healing. Listening to a healing frequency isn't the same as just letting background music play while you do other things. The way you connect with sound determines how deeply it will impact your brain and emotions. This is where a key concept comes in: conscious listening. When you practice conscious listening, your attention is fully in the moment. You're not distracted, but truly allowing the sound to enter your body and mind. Your body deeply relaxes. This state of receptivity makes it easier for your brain waves to sync with the frequency. You create inner space for healing repressed emotions, tension, and even traumatic memories can surface and dissolve more easily. What happens in your brain during conscious listening? Neural synchronization. Your brain waves align with the frequency you're hearing. For example, listening to sounds around 432 Hz helps induce alpha and theta waves linked to deep relaxation and emotional healing. Vagus nerve activation. This nerve, crucial for your parasympathetic system, gets stimulated, reducing alertness and fear. Neurotransmitter release. Therapeutic sounds boost dopamine and serotonin, lifting your mood and promoting well-being. In other words, when you listen consciously, you're literally reprogramming your brain and body for healthier, more balanced states. But how can you put this into practice in your daily life? That's exactly what you'll learn now. Now that you understand the power of sound frequencies, let me show you how to use them simply and effectively in your everyday routine. The key isn't to listen more, it's to listen better. Here's a step-by-step you can start using today. 1. Choose the right frequency for what you need right now. 432 Hz gives for general relaxation, anxiety relief, a sense of inner peace. 528 Hz gives for deep emotional healing, regeneration, and forgiveness. 639 Hz gives for improving relationships, letting go of resentment, and self-acceptance. You can find these frequencies in playlists on YouTube, Spotify, and therapeutic sound apps. Choose a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. Use good quality headphones for better immersion. If possible, dim the lights and find a comfortable posture. Leave a comment if you've ever heard about these frequencies or believe certain sounds can heal. 3. Set a clear intention. Before you begin, pause and mentally set a purpose for your session. For example, I am open to letting go of tension and restoring my emotional balance. Setting an intention strengthens the impact of the experience. 4. Practice conscious listening. Close your eyes. take a few deep breaths. Let yourself be enveloped by the sound, paying full attention to the vibrations. If emotions or physical sensations come up, just notice them, don't judge, don't resist. This is a moment for release and healing. You can weave these sessions into your self-care routine. Do them in the morning to start your day balanced, or at night for deeper, more restorative sleep. But it's important to avoid some common mistakes that can undermine all your efforts. Let me show you what those mistakes are and how to make sure you get the most out of healing frequencies. Despite the incredible potential of healing sound frequencies, many people don't see the results they're hoping for. That's because, often without realizing it, they make certain mistakes that block or weaken the therapeutic effects of sound. Here's how you can avoid them. 1. Using sound as an instant fix. A lot of people expect that listening to a frequency for 5 minutes will erase years of anxiety or trauma. Emotional healing is a continuous process. Sound is a powerful tool, but it needs to be part of a consistent practice, not a quick fix. How to avoid it? Set up a regular listening routine and practice patience with your own process. 2. Listening passively or while distracted. If you're listening to frequencies while scrolling on your phone or working, you're not activating the true power of conscious listening. Your brain won't fully sync with the sound if you're not present. How to avoid it? Create a dedicated ritual for listening, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Full presence brings much deeper results. 3. Ignoring the emotions that come up during conscious listening. It's normal for old emotions to surface. Many people try to push these feelings down out of fear or discomfort, but this release is actually a sign your body is starting to heal. How to avoid it? Welcome whatever comes up. If you need to, journal about your experience or talk it through with a therapist. 4. Choosing low-quality frequencies. Not every audio track on the internet is suitable. Many videos have distorted frequencies or poor recording quality. This not only reduces the effect, it can even cause discomfort. How to avoid it? Pick trusted sources and tracks with good reputations and positive reviews. And always use quality headphones. A lot of people give up after 1 or 2 tries, thinking, this just doesn't work for me. Your brain and body need time to adjust and respond. Stick with it for at least 21 days before judging the results. Sound is a portal to self-healing, but it requires presence, patience, and conscious intention. By avoiding these mistakes, you're opening the door to real and lasting emotional transformation. Now you know, sound is so much more than just an auditory stimulus. It's a bridge between your mind, your body, and the deepest emotions you carry. When you consciously connect with healing frequencies, you're re-giving yourself a rare opportunity to access layers of your being that might never have been reached by words or rational thought. But remember, healing doesn't happen in a single day. Consistency and self-care are what make all the difference in your process. So, for those of you who want to start today, here's a simple ritual you can try. 1. Find a quiet space. 2. Choose a frequency that resonates with what you need right now. 3. Before you begin, take a deep breath and set a brief prayer or intention. May this sound help me release what no longer serves me and open space for well-being and peace. 4. While you listen, surrender to the sound. Don't try to control, just allow. 5. When you finish, have a calming tea, like chamomile or fennel, to anchor your state of relaxation even more. If you feel deep emotions coming up and you're struggling to handle it alone, consider reaching out to a trauma therapist or sound healing specialist. Remember, asking for help is also an act of courage and self-care. Finally, I want to tell you something very important. You are not alone on this journey. Thousands of people are rediscovering their inner power through practices like this. Every step you take toward healing, even the smallest one, is already a huge victory. If this video helped you, please leave a comment below, and share it with someone you love. And tell me in the comments, which frequency do you feel called to explore most at this point in your life? Your experience might inspire someone else. Subscribe to the Silent Wounds channel for more content that will help you transform pain into strength and walk through life with more lightness. I'll leave a link in this video as description to a real story, my friend's journey of overcoming. Watch it, it might help you too. She was always smiling until the day she collapsed alone. Take care of yourself. You deserve this peace. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. With all my love, your friend, Elena Gray.